What's the level of interaction like with him on a daily, weekly basis?
Well, I think one of the biggest things with having Brad as an owner is, he's a race car driver himself, and he gets the sport. Most owners nowadays, they aren't drivers, and they don't know what it's like to be behind the wheel, and so that's one of the biggest things that is an advantage of being part of his team, and him running the truck a couple times a year is definitely a big help too, to learn off of him. So he's just a really easy guy to talk to, being a fellow racer, and he really knows where he wants his team to go, and he's working really hard to get it there. So it's been a lot of fun. I've learned a ton from talking to him. So it's been a privilege to be able to drive for him.
On Twitter, he's following you pretty close and posting during races and stuff. It seems like he gets pretty competitive with this, and it's in his blood. How much of that do you feel?
A lot. I grew up racing doing it, and my family did it also. So it was really all I knew growing up, just like him pretty much. His dad raced when he was a kid, and we're really similar, just being around the racetrack since we were really young. So it's really all we knew, and all we wanted to do ever since we knew what to do behind a race car. So it's been very cool being able to relate to him like that, and coming from a racing background, and so it's been fun.
How did you wind up racing for him? How did this present itself?
Well, I made my first nationwide starts with Tommy Baldwin Racing, a smaller team that my dad drives for. And I talked to Brad a little bit before that when I was running nationwide races, and we were starting to talk to Penske Racing about being signed with them and stuff. And so I want to say, I can't remember what month it was, but about a month after I made my Richmond debut, Penske got with me, and then they wanted to end up signing me, and about a week after that, Brad wanted me to drive his truck. So it was I was pretty fortunate how things played out, and opening came about, and yeah, like I said, I was very fortunate to be kind of in the right place at the right time, and be affiliated with Penske Racing and Brad and his team.
See, last year when you won here, was that his first win as an owner too?
Yeah, that was BKR's first win. So that was very cool to get that. Their first win, my first win. So it was very special. So this is always going to be a special racetrack for us.
What did he say to you afterward? I'm sure there's a phone conversation afterward, probably.
Yeah, I'm really proud and happy where his team has come from, and how it's grown over the past couple of years. So I know it's got to be really cool for him to start where he did and build this truck team up to be a winning team, and be able to compete for the win every single week. So I know he was really happy about that, and just the normal good job, I'm proud of you, and so it was cool. Hopefully we can hear that a couple more times this year.